Compromise. I think we're live
Is
now.
yeah, I think it should be better now, but let us just check if the sound is okay. Okay, perfect. Um, Good morning, guys. Thank you for joining us this morning. Or if you are watching later on in the day or in the week, thank you for joining us and watching our live stream. We have been through a lot during last year and this year, and we just wanted to use this opportunity to share some of the things that we managed to do with you because, to be really honest, we are so proud of everything that happened during Q3. Um, this last year, 2022, at the end of the year, things were moving quite slowly. And then also at the beginning of the year, we had so many plans and we were just working on the strategy. But then from February, things speed up so quickly. We managed to do so many things in 2 months that we cannot even go over everything during this live session. But I wanted just to use this opportunity to talk to Dejan because I know that everybody loves talking to Dejan, and his vision is actually something that drove us to where we are today. And I wanted you to also see what is his vision and what is his overview of the things that we achieved until now. So he's joining me today. Hi, Dan. Thank you for giving your time to the community and to me.
Always.
Yeah, I just want to say I am extremely proud of everything that happened during the last 3 months. We achieved so much from partnerships, great partnerships with people who are so enthusiastic and into crypto that we cannot be more prouder of working with those individuals and companies. From events where we have been, so I was just talking to Dan. In the last years, it was like we were trying to stand out. We wanted to be the elephant in the room, and we also needed to have a very thick skin because crypto wasn't really the topic to talk about in the payment industry. But this year, things are changing so dramatically. People are actually coming to us asking about what crypto is, how does it work. Everybody wants to know it, and people in these financial institutions are very, I would say it's very hard to get in because the institutions have so many regulations and rules, and they're maybe not ready as much as we are for crypto. But people working there are so open-minded, they want to learn about crypto, and we are so proud to have the opportunity to teach them those things, because that means that, okay, we can do it, we have the audience, we just need to push a bit more and we're going to get there. The things that we are doing on different markets is also very impressive. But I want to start with something different than what our main goal is, and that's bringing crypto payments to everybody. I wanted to start talking to Dejan about GoCrypto 2.0 because this was, we advertised it a lot during last year, but nothing was actually said. And then this year, we actually started to reveal what GoCrypto 2.0 is. But we never talked about the team that's working on the project and everything that we have invested in GoCrypto 2.0. And I just wanted to use this opportunity from my side to give kudos to everybody from the GoCrypto 2.0 team. Also to say, we're doing a lot to our community because they're the most interested in this new development that we're working on. And for you, Diane, I wanted to ask you, uh, do you want to give us some words on the team that has been working on the project and everything that you have been investing visionary in that part of GoCrypto 2.0 and what you actually want to achieve with it?
All right. So, hi. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I don't have a lot of voice, but I'm going to try my best. The thing is that the Go Crypto 2.0, it's as an idea, it's pretty simple. But if you want to bring this idea into the mainstream, things become very complicated, especially if you want to stay on the safe side of the regulations. So what we're doing is we have a team of people working only on this, and we understand every aspect on how we want to build it. But then when you introduce these aspects to the legal teams or to the regulator, there are many times a feedback that simply we cannot do things like that. And then we have to change things or sometimes even kill ideas in matter to move forward. And now that we're building the Go Crypto 2.0, basically a lot of things are done. We didn't publish them because we still don't get the green lights for from the legal part, in matter that we can launch it. Um, and also this part is connected to the listings. I think it's important that people also know that. Like, if I don't launch the Go Crypto 2.0, it makes no sense to actually move and encourage the token that doesn't have the additional utilities that I would like to see for a token like this to have. So it's connected. Like, for example, on the blockchain payment side, we did a huge progress, and also on the staking pools and referral programs, and the bridges were also done. Um, we didn't set up the NFT minting yet, but it's very close to it. So, and we're putting the puzzles together. So what's gonna probably happen in upcoming weeks is just that we're gonna launch the first version of the payments, and we're gonna launch it in our merchandise store, and then hook the other merchandise stores to it, so that other companies will be able to sell their merchandise through our system. And in this way, we're going to showcase how it actually works, and then we're going to open the protocol, so the tokenization will actually have a huge potential to do it. And the first listing will have to happen simultaneously with this launch. And then, of course, next listings are coming and the new features are being launched. If we don't deliver some things, it's not that we would not build it, it's just that we were stopped by or regulations or any kind of other aspects of why we cannot launch the solution out there. There's one interesting thing, Danira, that I found out
Mhm.
in previous months, is if you build a tech that has a potential to change the world in both sides, so into better or worse. If somebody can use this tech that you built for something bad, you're actually being a part of the problem. So because you build a tech, even if you open source it and give it on the market, you actually enabled somebody to use the tech and do bad things with it. And we're fighting now against this kind of a statement, because it means, so I built a Kalashnikov, so I put it on the market. Somebody took the Kalash and started shooting people around school. So it's my fault that I built Kalashnikov. It's like, what? Well, maybe it's not the best example. It's the only one I came up with. So yeah, we're moving forward. I'm very optimistic about it. The team, it's small, but it's really really productive. And having so many people doing these things and thinking about it and testing it and trying to create the border connections with other companies and projects in matter to have a broader spread. It's amazing. I mean, this is one of the things that drives me to come to the work. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to add to that that we had an internal group of our community, and we thought that it's gonna be maybe 7 to 8 people, and then it turned out it's 50 people who were testing the new protocol with us and everything, and we were so proud and happy of that. And I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to them once more, because they helped us so much with testing. As Dejan said, this team is very hardworking, but it's not so big. We don't have a lot of QAs, and you guys helped so much. And I think that a lot of progress was made because of that, because we had a community who was testing, and then we were able to deliver new things. But as Dejan says, it's hard to deliver them to production because, as always, we have to comply with legal, and we want to stay on the safe side of crypto. So yeah, that was amazing. This 3 months brought so much in Go Crypto 2.0. I think that I saw what's done, and I'm really happy, and I hope that the community has the opportunity to see it as soon as possible. I want to say that our core business from day one was actually bringing crypto payments to everybody. And we partnered with a lot of companies. We have a lot of great partners, and they're doing their fair share in promoting crypto adoption, and we're so proud of that. We have to do our part. We have to bring crypto to as many merchants as possible. And I see two very interesting markets. The Swiss market that we are on from last year, and that has been so many amazing things happened in Swiss market in the last 3 months. We had great events, we had great new merchants coming up to the program, and now just after 4 months, we can say that you can live solely on Bitcoin in Lugano. But there's something else that was happening within the company, and that's that while we were talking about great merchants and our sales team was working, our development team was working on developing a holistic solution for Swiss market. And I want to hear your take on that, because I think that that was a big milestone for Q1 for us.
Um, yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to El Salvador, or in generally, like El Salvador and Lugano have many things in common. And what drives us is that it's an uncustodial wallet where you can pay with Bitcoin directly on Lightning or Tether, and it's giving you a freedom, And if you're using custodial wallets, it's not like pure crypto. But we understand this, and it's not like revolution that needs to happen. It's the evolution that is changing this aspect, and also gives the more and more and more information to the regulators that they can understand what Bitcoin basically is. And you would not believe, but I'm telling you, 99% of the people connected to finance still don't understand what Bitcoin is or how blockchain works. So in Lugano, everything is going into the right direction. After Lugano, we're gonna open the holistic POS. So together with the card processing and a bunch of other things in one POS, um, also to the other cities in Switzerland. So we're gonna spread out and keep the idea of Bitcoin as legal tender. That what we want to achieve, and spread it also to the other cities of Switzerland. So it's going to be really interesting, because in already in the Q2, so now we're
Mhm.
talking about months. The first holistic POS will be um, set up in Switzerland, and our goal is that till end of the year we have around 300 to 500 POSs that are holistic in Switzerland, probably in 3 to 5 cities. So it's going to be a lot of progress going on in Switzerland. We also have a on-ground team, office, legal support, everything. So we're really serious about Switzerland. When it comes to El Salvador, it's even more sexy, because Bitcoin is a legal tender, and the only problem they're having is that they don't have the tools in Meta to make it simple for people and for the merchant to accept crypto and get the access to it or exchange it. And we're gonna definitely help on that part. We officially start with our spread in El Salvador on 15th of May. So I'm really looking forward to it. All these a must thing things are happening now in matter of the company and legal setups and employing people and getting the housing and all these small things that basically take a lot of time, preparing the POS, preparing the back offices, everything connected to it. But on 15th of May, we're starting with partnership. We're starting with building the network of 500 POSs in San Salvador.
Mhm.
I'm really, really looking forward to it. I mean, El Salvador is showing the way, and if we as a community won't step together and help them to showcase that there is a real benefit of supporting Bitcoin, it's like it's like putting a Kalashnikov into your leg. Like it's like it
Uh,
doesn't. It's stupid. So yeah, so we're starting with that, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I have a question. So Bitcoin is a legal tender in El Salvador, meaning that wherever you go, you have to be able to pay with Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were in El Salvador. Did you test this? Is this something that's currently available? Can you pay wherever you go with Bitcoin, or is that something where we're going to help achieve a bit more of availability of Bitcoin payments?
So there are, of course, the government and the people connected to Bitcoin are really trying to spread it towards the merchants in a right way. But merchants sometimes don't, um, if they don't understand things, or if they don't have a continuous um, knowledge update, or whatever how you want to call it, they simply are afraid of using new things. And this especially it's seen in finances. So now when you go into some stores, they say, yes, we accept Bitcoin, of course, but when it comes to the execution, sometimes things simply don't work. Like, they have a small phone and you want to send the money, and they need to turn on the phone, and then they don't know how to set it up. And but these are small things, these are no problem things, these are like things that will be solved, and we saw it in every country we went. And thanks God, like, we have a solution that will change these things, and make it really simple for merchant to be more comfortable with accepting Bitcoin in El Salvador. So it's a yeah. I mean, now it's not perfect in El Salvador, but it's gonna become perfect for sure, because we're coming over there, and when it comes to payments, the thing will work.
Okay. Great. Thank you. I think that we cover all important things from the last 3 months. I wanted to ask you to close up. What is your opinion? Are we moving in the right direction? Are we setting up uh, uh, are we setting things up in a good way so everything is going in the right direction? And uh, is there a way that you feel that we can improve and do things better?
I think we could do much more. We you and me were just talking about two things. There were like 50 things that we are working on, and some things are even so difficult that we don't even talk about it, because it's if we would start spreading the words about these things publicly, the projects would probably be exposed, and I don't want to see this, that we lose the projects because of this. So
Hmm.
already now we give too many information publicly, if you ask me. But you need to know that over here people are working full time. We have a huge team of people in general, and each of the team members have its own task that they need to achieve, or they need to pursue, and it's happening in multiple countries, and of course we are on the right way. If we would not be on the right way, I would be the first guy writing this in Telegram group. I don't actually care, but I will not lie. I think we're doing an enormously great things, but of course we're limited, and I will not put this project into a danger, or even myself into a danger, that I would use some hype or bullshit information, or spread some FOMO things, whatever, just that people would buy more of our tokens. You can forget about that. Like, the project itself needs to reach a level of adoption and trust, and when that happens, the things will start moving also on the token side. But for now, the most important thing when it comes that comes to my mind in this month is the listing and the launch of the merchandise store, because this will showcase the real pattern, or the real way where we are moving things forward. I want to launch so in El Salvador on 15th of May, and we are also launching the holistic in Switzerland. I know that Mika is doing a great job also in Slovenia and Croatia. We are investing in another company who will cover Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. Um, we have a deal in that we're pursuing in Uruguay, Peru, Argentina, and Colombia. So next to El Salvador, we're moving things in Mexico, in the Caribbean. We're still kicking ass, even if the regulator is trying to, you know, Yeah, I won't say what. Um, so it's like it's a lot of fighting, but not in a way that we're the mean guys, like, or that we're trying to push something that is stupid. We're really trying to put on the market something that is amazing. Um, Also, I can tell you that we're working on this next level of payments. I think that's extremely important. And this next level of payments, it's I won't say it's Go Crypto to 3.0, because it's a new thing. And that's gonna probably be the big change happening after Go Crypto 2.0, where we will try to give an option to people that they can pay with whatever they want, without any middlemans in between when it comes to payments, so that the payment is fully decentralized, um, and that they can be anywhere in the world, but the merchant will accept their payment option. And this last thing is probably the most difficult to achieve, but slowly we are coming over there, and I'm so happy that we have Tether and Bitfinex on board, who are really helping us to make it happen, and supporting us. So big shout out to them. So thank you guys for that.
Yes, and they are doing a great job on the other side in the crypto adoption area, where they're really investing a lot in that, and we're really proud to work with them, because each project that we do with them goes very well, because we have both sides covered: the payments, the adoption, and then it's easier if you have it from all ends. But all other of our partners are really great. We're so proud to work with them, and I think that you mentioned Belgium. We have great partners there. We also made a deal with Finaro in Q1, and they're such a great company. Just like Bitfinex, the cooperation, the people. It's great to work with companies like that. So I think that these partnerships only make us stronger.
I hope you know how big is Finaro. These guys are huge. And I mean, their processing volume, I think it's around 6 billion. I'm not sure. I'm just checking now how big of a merchant network they have, but it's enormous. And
Yeah, and
these are just one. Now imagine how many of them do we have in line, that we're working with them now continuously to close them. Because every of these players, it's so important, because once we have multiple of these players on around the world, you will start covering the acceptance of crypto anywhere you go, with a simple integration into the merchant system. And that's the key, if you ask me.
I agree. I mean, all of our partnerships are strategic, I would say, and they bring so much to us as a company. And then we see how other companies also impact the industry. And that means a lot, especially, I mean, just for our community. I know that there's always questions about a lot of things, and they want to have an AMAs, they want to ask us things. But the problem is that our core is financial industry, and that industry is way different than all of the crypto business, because in that industry we have companies that do a lot of work that's under the radar. You don't actually see it. So those acquirers, PSPs, banks, it's not something that we see so much and that's so public, like our company, for example. And we have to do so much work to get to them, to talk to them, to get them on board. It's unbelievable how much time and investment in people we have to make to get to some of those. I mean, I know it sounds I think in crypto it's easier. You have like a blockchain, you talk to them, you get a deal, we start to work together. But in fintech it's way more difficult, and our business development team is doing so much, and we're so proud of them. And each new partnership means that, hey, it was at least 2 months, right, Dan, or 3 months of work invested to get to that.
3 months. It's like on some things we're working already a year and a half on the
Yeah.
calls. It's like. But let me ask you something, Danira, something that people want to know.
Yeah.
What are we doing on the marketing side, and how can we improve marketing that we're doing till now? And why are we not like making it burn that everybody talks about go crypto everywhere. Like, what's the case? Why are we not on social networks so active? And can you explain what does it mean to be blacklisted as a crypto company on some networks so that people finally understand how this works? And what kind of problems do you see and you face when you want to do a proper marketing and spread of our brand and the word?
Yeah, I think that if we're talking about the holistic Go Crypto solution, it's a bit different because we do marketing on a business development side. So I'm not going to cover that. I'm just going to focus on our crypto business and the crypto community. And most of the problem here is that, as Dejan already said earlier, we don't want to spread out false news or make people believe like they're in a FOMO, or that they should do something that's not very data driven or fact based. And what happens with us, with our token, for example, we want to have a stable solution. And then when we have that solution, when the token is self sustainable, we're going to promote it as much as possible. Until then, it's hard to promote something that is like, we need to announce that something will happen, or we want to tell you that this will happen. It's very hard to work on that side. And also, if we do it and the networks notice us, so social networks, and they see that we're promoting, I don't want to say false information, but something that's not fact based, we could get banned, and that would be very bad for us. And you also know that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all networks are very sensitive to giving out false information in crypto industry, because at the beginning when crypto started, there was a lot of false information. And it's like the story of Dejan with Kalashnikov. They actually don't want to be the ones providing the Kalashnikov for school shootings. I mean, our community knows for sure that everything that we do, everything that we say happens at a certain point. A lot of times we promise something and it just didn't happen, and we got a lot of negative comments because of that. But it's not that it didn't happen because we weren't working on it. It's just that we want to stay on the safe side. We want to be regulated. And every time when you see something not coming out, it means that we just made sure that it's regulated. So
Not as it's regulated, that it's approved by the regulator. I don't want to
it's
be regulated if I don't need to be regulated. But it's like sometimes it's just
but no, we want to be regulated.
regulated.
We want to be regulated, and we don't just want to get approved. We want it to be regulated. We want everything to be on the safe side, because you saw what happened last year. There were
No,
so many problems with crypto, and so many companies went down. We're not that company. We're
yeah,
not
yeah,
going
I
down.
agree. I totally agree with you. But being regulated and being and being on the safe side of the regulations, I think are two different aspects. Because in some countries, crypto is not regulated, and you don't know basically what to do. So you apply to the previous rules that are there for some other financial aspects. Because otherwise, I could just say there are no rules. I can do whatever I want. And no, it doesn't. It's not like that. Because eventually, you're going to be hammered by the regulators stating, "Look, you had the previous laws that were not basically connected to the crypto, but you should actually work according to that laws that were previous there for financial institutions,
Mhm.
whatever." But Danila, let's go deeper into this marketing. I know you're time
Yeah.
driven on, but I want to know deeper. What are your plans when it comes to marketing? Like, all right, we know we have the blacklistings of crypto projects everywhere around. I know it's difficult to be exposed in the flood of all this FOMO and bullshit project that are over there. I understand that people are hyped up with fast growth of the token, especially when it comes to high profits. But how will you differentiate us, and how will you position our brand globally?
Mhm.
What do you think is the way to go? What are we missing? Where should we be more active and proactive? Like, what should we do?
I think that what we're preparing with Go Crypto 2.0 is the way that we give out to the community, and then we have them as a part of everything that we are doing. Uh, as I said, it's always regulations. For example, we started this bounty program idea way, I think, 5 months ago or something like that, but we weren't able to put it out until this week because, yeah, it had to be approved by our legal team. The plan that we have for our community is that we're going to promote our project and we're going to give them the opportunity to work for us, meaning that whenever they do something for us, we give something back. So we're not going to create a project that just works on marketing, on false marketing. We're actually going to create a project that works with people who like that project, who invest in that project, who believe in that project, and those people are going to be a part of our team. So for our community, what our plan is for this year is to make them a part of our team, not just our community. And for those who actually believe in GoCrypto 2.0, in GOTS, in everything that we are doing, they're working together with us to promote it.
All right. So
Along,
a referral for promoting, it's one thing. What
yes,
else?
along with that, I have a lot of different plans budgeted. I hope so. With we partnered with two PR agencies. One of them was recommended by our dear friends at Utrust. The other one is just something that we got from our network. We partnered up with them, and we're hoping to get out a lot of PR during the next. I think in this quarter it was already paid for. So I think that because it was paid for, I'm certain that we're going to use it in this quarter. Other things that we are doing is promotion on the events, but we have a bit of a new approach to that because we're going to do it with our partners. And what I want to do in this year also, I'm only talking about GoCrypto 2.0 and crypto community. I want to do a meetup with our community, and we're going to try, because this was heavily requested multiple times, and we're going to try to organize that. But I'm still not certain. Is it going to be on one of the events, or is it going to be somewhere in Ljubljana where we can organize something? Well, like let's spend a few days living off of crypto. We're still working on that idea. And basically what we want to do is we want to build a community around the network and infrastructure that we are working on. If I'm talking about the marketing that we're going to do for our Go Crypto part, do you want me to go into that as well? Yeah, okay. I mean, because usually we only talk about the community part there. We want to, our branding strategy for this year is to make our brand more personal, which means that I want to put out the people from the company out more, more speaking slots, more webinars, more seminars, more events. I just want to put out the people from Grow Crypto, because what I learned is that what we have to do as a company, and this is solely an investment, it doesn't have a big return, but it's an investment. We have to teach other organizations about crypto, why to accept crypto, what is crypto, why is it safe to accept crypto, and everything else. And the only way that we can do it is by putting our people out there and talking about it. So we're going to do it through different webinars, podcasts, seminars, a lot of integration with others, because only partnerships can bring us that reach where we can actually reach people who are in the financial industry and want to know more about this. And I'm certain that they want to know, because on the events that we were at, we were always asked about it. That's the first thing that we want to do. The second layer is the PR layer, because we need to do a more branding of our company, because yeah, there's companies that are smaller than us in crypto, but people know more about them because they did more branding. And for us who have so many merchants and such a big network, they don't know because we didn't do it. So that branding will be done through different partnerships on events, and also through different PR agencies who are going to push out our content. And then the final thing that I want to do is give out something from our organization. So I want to create this podcast where we actually put out content free of charge for everybody, and we talk about the things that are important in the industry. Other things that we are doing on business development part are just relating to getting new contacts for the business development side. And we have the final part of the marketing, that's sales. When we go to a specific market, we need to do specific sales activities to get new leads for them. But that's market specific. It's not so much for branding Go Crypto. It's like getting new merchants, getting new leads, and then the sales team does their part.
All right, one question more for you. I see that there is a huge move forward when we do the partnerships. So if we have a really good partner on the other side, we are actually getting recognized. Like, let's say like Tether or Phoenix or whatever. and we should maybe use more of that. Like we have now Polygon, that we are working with. We are working things with Uniswap. We're working things on multiple level of the traditional payments and traditional businesses. Like, why are we not using more, these guys to create the co-promotions? Maybe that's the way to go, because we have really a lot of partners.
I certainly believe that that's the way to go. The only reason why we didn't do it until now is that because we didn't have a solid story to say. What
Hmm.
would we say? We are a crypto based company that's delivering a new decentralized payment method, GoCrypto 2.0 payment solution, sorry, but it's still not ready.
Hmm.
So, what we are waiting for, uh, Jean, together with me, we already prepared a lot of partnership ideas. We want to do first stop in May, I think, 2 podcasts with different partners. But the problem is that we don't want to do something until the solution isn't ready, because we also have a great partnership. For example, we have a great influencer who's going to work with us. And I think it's already paid for. But we cannot do it because the solution isn't ready. I want, when people work with us, what we want to do is we want to give it out to them. Hey, go test it. Give us your actual feedback. Tell us, is it working? And until now, the only thing that we could do is promise. And I think that the community also doesn't like that. We're just promising, and nobody wants to work with that. What we want to do is we want to deliver something that works and say, go test it, see it works, and then let's promote it together. And yes, we have a lot of partnerships. We talk to them daily, and we cannot wait to have something, work on something together with them. And I will just give one great example. Arriva Digital. Arriva is such a great community. They have so many followers, and like whenever they share us, we get so many new followers, and so many people come into our community from them. And it's great working with them. And I would love to do more things with Arriva because it's such a big community. But at this moment, I'm just waiting for everything to set grounds in Go Crypto, and then we start with that.
All right. Um, One last question for you. When we talk about the marketing in Ligma, right?
Yeah.
In our case, so our marketing activities go like this, and it's hype, and then we're
Yeah.
back down again, and then we go again. It's hype, and then we go back down, and then it's hype, and we go back down. So my question is, how can we make the marketing, let's say, sustainable in a way that it's always going into like a linear constant growth, because these spikes are also annoying. Like, can we achieve slowly, like a continuous marketing effect, that it's linear, like that it's going slowly but surely, continuously up and up and up, and that it's continuous, that it's happening day to day, that we don't have these spikes all the time.
I believe that spikes are always going to happen because when you introduce something new, for example, when Polygon happened, when Uniswap happened, it was a logical thing that a spike happens because everybody believes that that's a preparation for exchange. And in crypto, that means that, okay, I don't want to say this because it would be speculation, but people are speculating. We're going to an exchange, let's buy this token. And that's how it works. We don't want to do that. We don't want to hype up people. I know that we have that internal group where we talk about a lot of things. And in that group, we could say, if you are a part of our internal Telegram group, you're going to probably know that these spikes happen. There is a hype, and then a lot of things happen. But if you are following us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, I don't think that this is the way it happens. I think that it's quite linear, and that we're trying to achieve slow growth. Sometimes it's a bit more, sometimes it's less, but it's always growth. So I would say that what you're talking about is strictly related to the community, where we reveal things that are not public and we would never reveal on Twitter or other social media, not even on this channel, but we did reveal it. So I hope we don't have problems because of that. And what I want to achieve now is I want to have um, like what I want to have is constant updates to the community, so they constantly know what's happening. This is what the development team is working on, this is what the business development team is working on. And that way we could actually have a different way of communicating on our different media, where we could give out those things. But to be honest, Diana, I don't think that we have those spikes on other media. We have it in Telegram, but I don't think we have it elsewhere. And only people who are our close community actually know what's happening and can know what we are planning to do. And those are all also speculations. We will never say it, but they can speculate. Okay, they went there, they did this. It probably means that this will happen. But we would never speculate something like that on other media.
All right.
And what am I going to do to make it more steady? We already introduced weekly updates on the performance of our token. We will introduce the same thing with the developers. We're going to introduce AMAs, but not with you. Obviously, we're going to do it with our crypto side of the team. So that's going to happen. I'm just waiting for Luca to give me the approval.
All right. So, all right. I suggest that people start asking you questions in the community group connected to marketing activities, because I get a lot of these questions continuously. But there's also one other fact, like I'm not spending big bucks on this marketing spread, as long as we are not 100% sure that what we have, especially in the Go Crypto 2.0 side, that it's something that has an unlimited potential. And we're coming closer to that point. And even then, we're going to be very strategic on where are we putting the money to and what do we want to achieve with that money. The crypto communities is still extremely small community, and bringing the people from the mainstream to the crypto communities, it's almost impossible, or it's extremely difficult, because of lack of knowledge and understanding. All right, Danira, I think we did a good talk over here.
Yeah. Thank
Uh,
you so much. This was so great. I also want to say I heard a lot of times the community say there's not enough C level in the group and not a lot of C level response to our questions. And I really believe that I'm doing my best to respond to all of the questions. If you ever have questions on marketing, please feel free to address them to me. Or if you feel that I'm not doing a good job, you can do it. You can address them again to Dan. But I will be always there to answer your questions, even if some other people are very busy with their work. I'm going to try to get answers from them. So whenever you want to ask something, just do it, and I'll get you the answers.
yeah, and if we don't answer things sometimes, it means just because we're busy, not because we would not want to. So, Danila, first of all, thank you for all your hard work. With you, we actually started to do some marketing. Otherwise, we never did it. Not at least in a proper way. So, thank you for being with us and pushing things forward with us. Um, and yeah, and guys, everyone over here, we're trying every day, and I'm sure that if you are persistent and if you're continuously trying to move mountains, eventually the fucking mountain will have to move. So look, I wish you all a great day, and we're going back to work. And yeah, if you have any questions, we're always here for you. All right.
And thank you for your vision and for inspiring us to work in such a great industry, Diane.
Thank you, and I'm not inspiring at all. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
Thank you for listening in. And I think we're going to do this again in 3 months.
Sure,
Bye,
Nick.
guys.